It seems we've hit our limit for streaming services, as evidenced by the punters who didn't make it out of 2020 alive. Rest in peace, Quibi. May your digital spirit lay to rest, horizontally, vertically, whatever works for you. Despite the saturated market, the success of Disney Plus shows there's still an appetite for new platforms and, more importantly, new blockbuster originals. Here at Reviews.org, we keep a keen eye on the comings and goings of streaming services in Australia, so we've got a pretty good idea of which are worth your monthly sub. We'll be whipping through the list without wasting too much time on the services you don't need to know about, but if you do want to know more, follow the link in the description for our full analysis. Let's start with the best. We've tried every streaming service available and scored each on its value, content, user experience, and accessibility. And one streaming service led the pack by a wide margin. Prime Video. It's the best streaming service available in Australia right now, and there's no contest. Prime Video offers only one plan at $6.99 per month, and for that you get all the trimmings of a premium streaming service. 4K HDR, streaming on 3 devices, downloadable titles for offline viewing, and every major accessibility feature. Not to mention Amazon Prime Video's absurd collection of TV shows and movies. Out of every service, Prime Video offers the largest collection of movies by a long shot, and a TV library that rivals Netflix. But most importantly, it streams a lot of the TV shows and movies that Australians are actually watching. Its dedication to original TV shows and movies has paid off, and Prime Video now offers nearly as many originals as Netflix. The Boys, Fleabag, The Expanse, and Invincible are just a few examples from the outstanding lineup. It's insane that Amazon Prime Video offers all this and more as part of a subscription where streaming is just the beginning. The same Amazon Prime subscription gives you access to Prime Music, Prime Reading, Prime Gaming, and all the online shopping benefits of Prime Shopping. All that for $6.99 per month. That's hard to argue with. The only downside is the ethical quagmire of throwing more money at a company run by the real-world Lex Luthor. If you only subscribe to one streaming service, it should be Prime Video. But if you've got space in your life for one more, here are your next best options. Netflix might not be the best anymore, but the success of recent originals like Bridgerton and The Queen's Gambit proved that it still got it. And despite its sheer refusal to improve its search function, it still has the best user experience across every device. Still, a series of price hikes, the removal of its free trial, and a crackdown on account sharing make us think perhaps Netflix has gotten too big for its boots. One of the biggest downsides to Netflix these days is its absolutely brutal treatment of underperforming shows. Glow, Ozark, Santa Clarita Diet, these are just a few examples of the shows that Netflix has unceremoniously axed. You didn't think we'd forget about Tuca and Birdie, did you, Netflix? You Disney Plus had a bit of a rocky start at launch. It had loads of bugs, missing features, and compression issues. It also only had one tempting original, The Mandalorian. It had big plans for more original content, but then, 2020 happened. Out of the fridge and into the cryogenic freezer, as they say. This year, however, Disney's kicked things up a notch. Not only have we seen what's been cooking all this time and loved almost every bite, but the menu also expanded beyond the kids' meals. This is all thanks to Star, a new add-on that serves up more mature TV shows and movies from Hulu and Fox. Things like Die Hard, Alien, M.O.D.O.K., Deadpool, and No Man's Land. The only downside is Star isn't optional and it didn't come for free. Disney also ramped up its price to $11.99 and removed its free trial a while back, which kind of sucks if you only signed up for old episodes of Lizzie McGuire. Disney Plus, Netflix, and Prime Video are all available in Australia, but they aren't straight in streaming services. The next service worthy of your streaming dollary dues is Stan. Stan's giving this whole streaming bizzo a fair crack of the whip, a fair shake of the sauce bottle, a fair suck of the sausage, with a hearty TV and movie library that's comparable to Netflix. It's not quite as big as Netflix, but in our analysis, it had just as many popular movies and even more popular TV shows than its biggest international rival. Stan keeps its pricing competitive and recently gave users something Netflix will never offer: rugby and tennis coverage with Stan Sport. Next up is Foxtel's newcomer Binge. Hands down, Binge is the best way in Australia to stream premium TV from HBO, AMC, and FX. The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Zack Snyder's Justice League, these are just a few examples of the most talked about TV shows and movies that you can stream on Binge. Sure, these can also be streamed on Foxtel and Foxtel Now, but Binge is by far the best and most affordable way to watch Foxtel content. Binge might not have as many TV shows and movies as competitors Netflix and Stan, but in our analysis, we found that Binge and Foxtel had more popular TV shows and movies than any other streaming service in Australia. So there you have it, our ranking of the best paid streaming services in Australia. That's not including our ranking of Australia's various niche streaming services. For the complete analysis of the streaming services available, be sure to follow the link in the description for our comprehensive guide to Australian streaming services. Till then, next time, goodbye.